All right, let's talk about a few things I've learned about Filipinos living amongst Filipinos. Stay locked in. Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again, instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the Good Doc's content. Everything you should need to know about me shall be listed in the links in the description area below. Guys, I just wanted to have some fun with this video. My Filipino brethren, Filipinos out there, I don't think there's anything that's gonna piss you off, but if there is, again, it's all in fun. This may be part of the series as well, Doc's helpful hints, things that I've learned about my experiences living overseas, things that I think will be beneficial to you guys to know about experiences overseas. Again, if this is a video noteworthy of sharing, make sure you knock that out for the Good Doc as well. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Here are 3 things so far that I've come across that I've noticed about Filipinas and Filipinos while living amongst Filipinos. Numero isa, number 1. Without saying it in depth, a lot of you guys already know this, but Filipinos are some of the most humbled people that I've ever met in my entire life, despite many of their situations. A lot of them grow up in some pretty dire situations. Again, the Philippines is what would most consider to be a third world country. So, there's a lot of poverty in the Philippines. There's a lot of things going on in the country that if you are not in the know, you will never know, because it's not something that is broadcasted wide scale nationwide. So unless you've actually been in country, chances are you are completely oblivious and unaware of how bad it actually is. And I find it surprising that these individuals are able to smile through hardship. I find it just uncanny that a lot of them are able to just make it through. I mean, you put any other race of individuals in that situation, Americans included, in that type of poverty, in that type of situation, a lot of them wouldn't make it, myself included. I just don't think that I would be able to live through it. But then again, if you were born into it and that's all you know, chances are you will adapt accordingly. And I just feel like that's what Filipino people have been able to do with many of their situations. Again, there are some Filipinos that are well off, way well off than I am in life. Shout out to my boy BGC Mike. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, those that have lived amongst that particular climate and that particular structure and that particular, social class per se, they've been able to just make it work, man. And I think that that is a very endearing quality that I've seen in Filipino people. All right, so that's number 1. Sliding into number 2. Filipinos are some of the most resourceful people I have ever met in my life, man. They can build a house with limited materials, and they waste no parts of the pig or the chicken. All right, I'm telling you guys, Filipinos are some of the most resourceful people I have ever met in my life, guys. They can do a lot with very little. A lot of Filipinos are very hands-on. They're very handy, and they're very talented too. I'll throw that in there as well. I've come across quite a few that are very talented in playing some instruments, things I didn't even know about them. It just seems to be they're very just talented with instruments and stuff. I'm not gonna get into the singing part because that's hit and miss. Some are good, some are not. But with musical talents and stuff like that, Filipinos seem to really lock in on something. And like I said, back to them being super resourceful, guys. They waste no parts of the chicken. Okay, they'll make chicken feet soup like it's nothing. And oh, don't get me started on soup number 5. If you're in the know, you know. And all of my Filipinos right now are probably laughing, but don't get me started on soup number 5. If you are a foreign man and you've ever been to the Philippines, do not order soup number 5. Don't even ask what soup number 5 is. If it's on the menu, yeet that shit quick. And for those that are not know, soup number 5 is a soup that is made of the bull's testicles and the bull's penis. Just in case you really wanted to know. Soup number 5, just stay away from it at all costs. Never let anybody offer you soup number 5. Just negate that shit with the quickness, okay? Just don't do it, all right? It's embarrassing. You look at it, man, it shit'll make you sick, all right? I've seen somebody eat it, and I was just in awe and in shock. But like I said, guys, Filipinos are hella resourceful, man. They waste no parts of any part of the animal that they're eating, all right? Even if they're vegan, they don't waste anything either, all right? I haven't come across too many Filipino vegans, though. If you're a Filipino vegan, comment down below. Please. All right, guys, it's sliding into number 3, numero tatlo. Let me see what I got here. They can definitely hold their liquor, man. Filipinos drink Red Horse like water. I think there's only one other race that I've come across that can hold their liquor better than Filipinos, or at least at the same level, and that's Koreans. Koreans can drink. My God. I would never get into a drinking competition with any one of these two cultural races. Koreans, Filipinos, I would just delete that. If there was a world drinking world championship, I would put them two in the final every single time. It'd be like what the Lakers and the Celtics were back in the day, all right? That's kind of how I would view that type of competition. That's going to definitely be some competitive, edgy type of shit. All right, so that's my number 3, and I know that I said it was only 3, but guys, guess what? There is one more additional thing I want to add to this particular video. But if you're already enjoying it so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and do what you need to do before I slide into number 4. All right, guys. You've heard people say this before, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention it in my own video. Filipino people, number 4, always give directions with their mouths, but they ain't never saying shit. All right? So if I'm going to go up to a Filipino and I'm going to ask them, where is this place? So where is this particular location? They do this. I'm like, what you trying to do? Give me a kiss, man? What the fuck? He's like, I'll be like, yo, where is this? He go, Like, what? What? I said, what is that? Like, I can't understand it. I said, y'all mute all of a sudden? Literally, Filipino people give directions with their lips. They'll point you in the right direction, but they'll never tell you where it's at. Sometimes they point, but most of the time, the pointing is done with their lips. It's or it's or it's I'm like... And it started to confuse me until I started asking different people different directions. And then I noticed that it just seems to be a cultural thing, guys. I don't know. I've never met anybody who gives directions with their lips like Filipinos do. They'll just direct you with their lips, and you just gotta follow. Fuck it. You better figure it out. You better figure it out, because they be mute as hell when it comes to giving directions, but their lips say it all. Ladies and gentlemen, their lips will tell you every single thing that you need to know. All right? So, again, guys, this is just 4 out of many things that I've learned throughout my time living amongst Filipinos about Filipinos. If there's anything else you guys want to add to the video, comment section down below, ladies and gentlemen. Open, full access for you to lock in and say everything that you need to say. All right, big love to my Filipino brethren out there. Hope you guys are enjoying the day. Bless the day, ladies and gentlemen. This is my time. It has been fun. It has been real. But it's time for the good doc to go and get to getting. So you know what time it is. Time for the good doc to go. And with that being said, good doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mga kita. Mabuhay. Peace.